Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Southwest, where the Bristol Flyers face off against Anglia Ruskin University in WNBL Division 1 action. Two teams that are making their returns to the league following the COVID pandemic, with contrasting records at the moment, with Bristol still winless after 4 games and Anglia Ruskin sitting on a 2-1 mark. Good afternoon once more, warm hello to everyone. John Hobbs alongside former Bristol Flyers head coach Gareth Till. Gareth, welcome. Great day to be here in the Southwest with two teams making their return to WNBL action. It's great to see them both here and back in the league.
Very much so, yeah, and thanks for coming down, John, and to welcome to Bristol, and yeah, what should be an exciting game. Both teams, good history between the clubs over the years, so yeah, both teams deciding sort of partway through last year obviously to drop out the league, and they find themselves facing each other here, a couple of games in, as you said, contrasting forms for both teams. Anglia always, good solid team, so we're in for a tough match here for the Flyers, who, as you said, on a bit of a rocky path at the moment.
Absolutely, and if you've just joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, welcome everybody. This game a little late tipping off today. That is because of the late running Division 2 clash between the Bristol Flyers men and the Manchester Magic here in the same venue. Bristol Flyers coming out victors in that. It was a good game of basketball to watch, actually, and it was decided in the last few seconds. But, back to this game, and Anglia Ruskin really, coming into their own so far, 2-1 record. We'll go to their team lists right now. We'll start, actually, with the Bristol Flyers, who are going to be without Louisa Gibbons for today's game. Even though she's on the team sheet, she is not here today. Otherwise, it's as you were, and, a team that, was close to challenging Reading for the first few quarters, just faded away, but still eager to get that first win. Yeah,
a lot of lessons learned. The team's changed quite significantly over the course of the last couple of seasons, so a lot of younger players that have come in and a lot of experience lost from the Flyers roster, so it's going to take a little while. I mentioned earlier on they didn't play the full season last year as well, so they are trying to find their feet. A lot of new players to integrate, so it's going to take a little time for Flyers to sort of find the form or a solution, if you like, to get some W's.
Absolutely, and watch out for Emma Bailey, a good three-point shooter. She'll be on looking for her stroke today. Now we'll go to Anglia Ruskin really quickly before the game tips off. Of course, Catherine Hall, has been absolutely dominating this season, averaging a double-double thus far. Who else do you feel stands out amongst those players?
Courtney Gray as well. That's a player that's been around the league for a number of years. With Lisa Greenaway as well, plenty of experience. Unlike the Flyers roster, they've got plenty of experience there. Catherine's been doing it for a number of years. We've had some battles over the year. Obviously played with Seven Oaks in the women's BBL last year, so that just shows the quality that she brings to this Anglia Ruskin side. The only sort of question, they come with 7 players, so if potentially Flyers can find take advantage of that. Wise is a big court down here, so try and get a bit of foul trouble, try and sort of get at Anglia Ruskin. Might be a way for Flyers to try and get that win.
Starting fives on the court for Bristol: Emma Bailey, Layla Jepson, Hannah Wallace, Fiona Fox and Arlette Palmquist Gomez. And for Anglia Ruskin, Teresa Zatkova, Courtney Gray, Catherine Horn, Leah Zaffaroni and Mia Thompson. So we're underway here in Bristol. Of course, the late-running Division 2 clash has meant that this game is tipped off just a little later than usual. Anglia Ruskin, of course, in white, Bristol in blue. Here is Zaffaroni off with her floater attempt, and Hannah Wallace with the rebound. Fox looking for options, finds it in Bailey. Bailey driving inside, strong layup, but she'll go to the line for 2, and an attacking play there from Emma Bailey.
Yeah, exactly. We mentioned Emma coming into the roster this year, still 16 years of age, Welsh player, junior player, but yeah, no hesitation there to attack the basket, and you can see, Anglia bring a lot of size to their team as well. They're a big team, so good sort of start from Emma to attack and get that, foul count ticking over.
Emma Bailey known more for her three-point shooting, averaging 36% from behind the arc. Makes her first 2 free throws, and Bristol Flyers off the mark from the charity stripe.
Yeah, we see Flyers looking to put a press on early as well, trying to get some easy turnover, some easy buckets.
Here's Thompson, back to Zaffaroni. Anglia Ruskin spreading the ball around nicely. Here is Hulme. A lot of pressure will be on her today. Here is Courtney Gray on the ball. Shot clock down to 1, and Zaffaroni couldn't get her shot off in time. Good defense there from the Flyers.
Yeah, really good start from the Bristol Flyers. Good offense, and then follow that with a 24-second violation. You know, you see Arlette there matching Hulme inside. I think that'd be a key battle for rebounding and that presence inside. Who can dominate the paint?
Absolutely, and both players not afraid to go to the mid-range and take the jumper either, so no mismatches on that one. That'll be a good matchup here today. Bailey. Here is Arlette inside. Three-pointer, no good. That was from Fiona Fox, and the ball goes out of bounds. Bristol will keep the ball. If you've just joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, welcome. WNBL live action from the Southwest, our first trip to the Southwest. Some fantastic hospitality here at the home of the Bristol Flyers. Of course, the BBL team also play in this venue. They're away at Surrey today. Here is Hulme, puts in a 2.
Yeah, Hulme off to a good start there. That's something Flyers will try not to get in any sort of rhythm at all, try and take her out. But it just shows her versatility, being able to knock down that long mid-range.
Fox finds Bailey. Guarded by Zaffaroni. Bailey looking for the long shot, couldn't get it. Shot clock down to 5. Here is Wallace. And Wallace couldn't get anything off in time. Good defense at the other end by Anglia Ruskin. You can see both teams just trying to figure each other out at the moment. A few scrappy offenses, a few turnovers.
Yeah, and it's a long trip as well from Anglia Ruskin. We've done that a few times in a minibus, and it is a long journey. So, you know, I think certainly Anglia want to run that trip out of their feet early and get some rhythm.
So if you've just joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Basketball England YouTube channel for all the NBL and WNBL live games, as well as fixtures from around the country. There's a lot of games going on today. Bailey, shot clock down to 6, and an offensive foul has been called.
Yeah, looks like Arlette just moving on
moving
the
screen there. Arlette Palmquist going as a good shooter from mid-range, as well as a good inside presence.
Yeah, really good kind of fundamental, really good footwork. Comes from Spain, so you kind of got that great fundamental background behind her.
Hulme in and out with the 3, and the ball goes out of bounds. Courtney Gray couldn't hang on to it. Of course, you mentioned Courtney Gray, earlier, WNBL veteran, last played with the Thames Valley Cavaliers, her first full season with Anglia Ruskin. She did sign for last season, but then, of course, they pulled out due to the COVID pandemic. Yeah,
and I think played for Oxford as well. I seem to remember coming up a few times when Oxford were in the league as well.
Catherine Hulme with the loose ball off the miss. Thompson going inside. Good movement there from Thompson. Gets her own rebound. And Palmquist gets the loose ball. Here is Jepson. And Wallace just slowing it down for the Flyers. And her pass goes straight to head coach Pedro Vega Fuentes. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Anglia Ruskin ball.
Yeah, we're just seeing Mai Zelbiti go into the game as well. Had a horrific head injury at Loughborough. Lots of stitches, so it's really good. Obviously missed out games since then, but it's really good. And she's such a key, important player for the Bristol Flyers.
Absolutely. Lisa Greenaway also into the game for the first time for Anglia Ruskin. Here is Thompson. Finds Hulme inside. And a three-pointer long from Zatkova. And The whistle has gone. I think the ball will go to the Flyers.
Looks like Holmes' first foul of the game.
Bristol, of course, will be zoning in on Katrin Holm today, averaging around 16 points, 11 rebounds a game. Had a monster game last week in their win against Worcester, 21 points, 19 rebounds. As Zilbetti misses the floater. And Greenaway goes to the floor. Here is Zatkova. Holm looks for the three. And off the back iron, here come the Flyers again. Flyers not afraid to push the ball in transition. Nice layup attempt there from Zalbetti, but it's off the mark. Score still at 2 apiece, nearing the halfway point of the first quarter. Zatkova for three. And on the ground, Thompson gets the offensive rebound, but Palmquist comes up with it. Both teams not shooting the ball very well to start here. And as I say that, Layla Jepson on the turn scores. Greenaway. Zatkova. Greenaway for three. And Palmquist with another rebound. Here is Jepson going all the way, puts it in, and a foul. It was almost like a layup that went under the rim and then just spun up and went in.
Yeah, had a nice bit of spin on that, Chris creeping over. Yeah, we just see here, good strong drive by Layla. Just managing to get that over the rim and get it to drop. But I like that. I like the fact that Bristol are looking to push the floor a little bit. I think that can play into their advantage as well. We mentioned Anglia are a bigger team, and I think just pushing the ball in transition could be a way to try and get at Anglia. Obviously very hard when they're back defending the basket, so it's either going to have to shoot well or just get out on the break and attack.
That's Zatkova's first foul, so Layla Jepson will go to the line for the extra shot. She had a decent game last week against Reading, 3 for 5 from downtown. Another good shooter, when she's on form, and not afraid to attack the rim as we've seen, and obviously from that and one opportunity she's got. Yeah,
I mean, Layla's been with the program for I think probably 4 years now, and she's really grown up. We always thought Layla had plenty of potential there as a scorer, and it's good. I think she's definitely got the opportunity this season to really sort of step up and be a leader for this Flyers team.
And the Flyers with a 6-2 lead with 4:43 remaining. So if you've just joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, welcome everyone to Bristol. It's great to be here for the first time this season. And of course, following on from this game, our next NBL live experience will be in Worcester as the Worcester Wolves take on Ipswich in WNBL Division 1 action. It'll be great to be back in Worcester at the Worcester Arena. Of course, Ipswich reigning NBL League and playoff champions. A slightly different team this year, of course. Numerous players have gone on to colleges in America, but still a strong team. Yeah,
I mean, Nick's done a fantastic job, with the Ipswich team, always producing younger players coming through, ready to take up that mantle. But yeah, you'd think with Esther going to the States and Wellham going over to France, so there'll be big key parts missing, which it is, but they're performing well.
Of course, Cameron Taylor-Willis still with the program. She's team captain this year. Had such a big game in the playoff final and throughout. And mentoring the next generation of Ipswich ballers. Here is Jepson off with the mid-range baseline jumper. Flyers lead 7-2 with 4:02 remaining in the first. Greenaway, Zaffaroni. And here is Zatkova with the mid-range jumper is no good. Kat Holm and Fiona Fox were battling for it, and it will be a Bristol ball.
Yeah, Bristol doing a very good job on the defensive end, just holding Anglia to 2 points. Coach Pedro will be very, very pleased with his team's performance on the defensive end.
As Kate Bailey prepares to check in for the Flyers. Bailey was thinking about the three, instead decided to keep her dribble alive. Inside it goes to Fox, strong with the layup, and Holm with the rebound. Here is Holm. Nice pass inside to Gray, and Courtney Gray will go to the foul line.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good foul actually from Annetta Cook there. You know, you almost thought Gray going to get to the basket with a layup there, just came in, you know, make it difficult. Send Gray to the free throw line to earn her points that way, but no issues with foul count. So yeah, probably a smart foul.
3:20 left. Yeah, both teams nowhere near the penalty, as obviously Kate Bailey, as said before, checks in, and Layla Jepson takes a seat. And it's good in a way for Anglia to, you know, get these points from the line. They've been struggling from the field just a little bit so far. So, you know, good to get these opportunities at the foul line.
Yeah, they'll be grateful for, you know, those 2 points. Obviously, been a bit of a slow start. As I said, it is a long journey.
Absolutely,
you know, I've been on the other end of these, and these aren't fun to get going.
Anglia Ruskin shooting just 1 for 11 from the field thus far. Here is Bailey. Shot clock down to 4 as Zelbetti misses the three-point attempt. Here is Bailey as they reset. Inside it goes. And that's an offensive foul there as Bailey, I think, couldn't quite see it from where I was, but I think she just took a little bit of a push there at Courtney Gray.
Yeah, she did look a little bit guilty. I think she was quite apologetic, actually, for doing that. So I don't think there's any question on that.
As we see in the replay there. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, by any means necessary, I guess. A fierce competitor, Kate Bailey, formerly of the Lancashire Spinners in WNBL Division 2.
Yeah, I think at Leeds as well. I think when they're in the women's BBL. I think
definitely.
She had a spell there.
Holm inside, and pass just a little strong. Kat Holm really struggling to find her feet in this game as well.
Yeah, the fear for me was if she does start finding she can such an impact player that could really take it away. So I think Flyers are doing a good job at the moment, just frustrating her. But we know that she can start getting hot pretty quickly. So doing a good job so far, and that's a nice
absolutely. Emma Bailey with the long 2. And the Flyers lead 9-4. And Bristol started the game strong against Reading after the first quarter, led by 7 points and then faded away a little bit. It's important they don't do that here. Zatkova answers with a 3. Teresa Zatkova from downtown.
Yeah, welcome three-pointer there. Coach of Anglia Ruskin looked glad to see that one go down.
First three-pointer in 8 attempts for Anglia Ruskin. Bailey. Behind the back pass to Fox. Looks for the three-pointer, instead drives at Holm, and Holm gets the rebound. Fox fell on the floor quite heavily there. Zatkova. Holm, a long 2 for Katrin Holm, short. As we enter the final 90 seconds of this first quarter, where both teams really struggling from the field. Just 5 field goals in nearly 30 attempts. Fox, back iron, and Zatkova with the rebound. And in transition, Courtney Gray with the easy... Oh, she misses the layup! And you can see the frustration on Courtney Gray's face there as she blew the layup.
Yeah, we've seen a few experienced players here, and Fiona Fox and the Bristol Flyers been with us since day one. Really good player, good moves to the basket, but just not finishing these layups. And we see Gray, likewise, experienced player, just missing the wide open layup. So, yeah, both teams not really settling to any sort of rhythm at the moment.
45 seconds left in the first period. Wallace sets her feet, puts a 2 up, and that's no good. And Zaffaroni with the rebound. Greenaway open in the corner, that's short as well. Battle for the rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay an Anglia Ruskin ball.
And that's dangerous, really, having Greenaway wide open shot like that on the break. You know, you have to locate her. She's a very good three-point shooter, so kind of got away with one there, I feel. 23
seconds left. Zatkova in and out on the follow. was Gray. Battle under the basket, and Bristol come up with it. Here is Bailey. Back to the other Bailey, Kate Bailey. And Bristol will hold for the last shot. Zelbetti. And a foul has been called on Greenaway, so Zelbetti's shot will not count. 2.7 seconds remaining in this first period.
Looks like Coach Pedro is going to call a timeout, trying to get something out of this 2.7 seconds left. Using the teeth back in. Yeah.
In 28 attempts, only 5 field goals. Struggling from the field, both teams really not finding their feet from downtown, but it's been a physical battle so far.
Yeah, a lot of deep defensive effort, but yeah, I mean, it's strange at this court. It's an odd court to shoot on, actually. I've noticed this over the years of playing, and certain teams can adjust very well to it. But the surroundings are slightly different to a traditional gym that you play in, just with the surroundings a little bit. So it can take a little while just to adjust to surroundings and to get these shots going. So both teams are sort of struggling to put the ball in the basket, but some good looks.
And absolutely, and first trip, as we've said, first trip for NBL Live here in Bristol. Of course, Bristol, building a huge basketball community with the Bristol Flyers BBL team at the forefront of it. But the women's team, of course, a team that you created yourself pretty much. What has the Bristol Flyers women's team meant to you and meant to the community?
Well, it's been, for me personally, it's been a huge undertaking. I kind of reintroduced the team, was established 2009-10, and then we brought it back in 2016 with the plan really to have a team in the women's BBL is the long-term goal. But we've
that's the three-pointers missed there, and that's the end of the first period, and the Bristol Flyers lead Anglia Ruskin 9-7. So as said, the community, it's been a very strong basketball community, especially since the Bristol Flyers joined the BBL. It's kind of lifted the basketball program here, and especially with the women as well, who do this alongside playing with alongside their full-time jobs. There's 2 members of the team that work for the NHS. There are 3 teachers in that as well, but they make that commitment to play for the Flyers week in, week out. Yeah,
and that's why it means so much to me, because I know, the players that I've had, when I sort of reintroduced the team, they put a lot of time and effort in, so I felt I had to do the same as well, or wanted to do the same. But just seeing the growth of our junior girls as well, we've got under 16s and under 14s, and we're producing our own really good talented players as well, and I think one of the frustrations for me is we lose a lot of our younger talent to some of the other colleges located around the country. So for me, it'd be good to, for Southwest basketball to keep some of our talent here.
And on the other side of the coin, Anglia Ruskin University, current National Cup winners, which seems an eternity ago. It was 2020 last year, just before the COVID pandemic hit us, when they beat Nottingham Trent University. Just 3 survivors play for that team now. One of them actually is not here today. Kaz Neiniger is not here today due to personal reasons. But Katrin Holm and Aya Zaffaroni were a part of that team. So a lot of loyalty there, and a few of them, Katrin Holm especially, did play for the playoff winning team as well. Yeah.
Well, when Matt Harbour, I think, got involved with the program as well, really lifted the program. I remember, there was a season where both, I think, ourselves and Anglia were sitting bottom of the league for about halfway through, and then we both managed to get our games together. We ended up making playoff spots, so we kind of feel we've shared a similar type of journey.
So start of the second quarter here in Bristol. Good defense there from Bailey, and here goes Emma Bailey. It's 3-on-5 though. Anglia Ruskin get back on defense. Holm with the loose ball. That's Katrin Holm's 3rd rebound to go with 2 points. Here's Zaffaroni driving inside. Beautiful move from Zaffaroni. That's beautifully done. And the game is tied at 9.
Yeah, that's one way. If you're not shooting the ball particularly well, try and get to the basket, get fouled, make those layups. And Zaffaroni there driving strong, swooping to the basket with the finger roll. Ties things up.
Absolutely. Looking for Catwell. The Bristol Flyers players thought that she was passing off to Holm, but she faked them all. As at the other end, Kate Bailey clenching her fist. She puts in a 3, and the Flyers retake the lead.
Yeah, good start to the second quarter offensively for both teams.
Holm driving inside. Good defense there from Jepson. I think actually that was Zilbetti with the defense, excuse me.
Yeah, that's Maya there. Reads the game really well, very experienced player, but, you know, able to read that drive from Holm.
Wallace on the turnaround, and I think the ball goes out of bounds. In fact, no, she travelled with it. So far, though, a very positive start to this second period from the hosts. Zatkova finds Holm. Inside to Gray, puts it in, and a foul. Beautiful pass from Katrin Holm, finding Courtney Gray, and she took the contact well, and now will go for a three-point opportunity.
And that's what Holm will do if she's driving. She's going to get that double team, that attention. You know, has the smarts just to dish it off. Creates the space for the wide open layup. And one as well.
As Layla Jepson will take a seat, Emma Bailey. Well, Emma Bailey will take a seat, and Layla Jepson comes back into the game, number 8. Zilbetti. Back to Kate Bailey. Bailey driving at Thompson, kicking out to Wallace. 7 to shoot. And turnover there. Zaffaroni now pushing the ball in transition. It's 2-on-1 here. Good defense though from Wallace.
And that's, you kind of see there the transition, you know, from a turnover on the offensive end, and, you know, Anglia Ruskin looking to run the ball there. Have to look after the ball. That's one of the keys that Bristol Flyers will have to learn from last week's game as well. Too many turnovers.
Absolutely. Here comes Wallace for the Flyers, and a foul has been called. Bristol just starting to get into their rhythm 2 minutes into this second period. Game is tied at 12. The final, or the first 2 minutes of this second period has been played here in Bristol. Jepson finds Kate Bailey. Bailey looks for the three, puts in the three. Kate Bailey with her second three-pointer in this second period.
Certainly enjoyed that one as well, gave the fist pump after, but...
Jepson and Holm fighting for it. Wallace comes up with the loose ball. Wallace going coast to coast, and she's going to go to the foul line, and a great statement here from the Flyers.
Yeah, good to see Kate Bailey knocking down a couple of threes now. Almost got caught in transition, though. That's one thing Coach Pedro will be saying, you know, after the score. You need to get back in transition. Anglia looking to push the ball a little bit more. They know they're struggling in the half court, making a few shots, so they're going to look to push the ball as well. But good to see Wally there on the break, going aggressive. Like to see Hannah be more aggressive. Over the years, always said to Hannah, try and get to the basket. She suffers awfully from kind of ankle injuries, because I think sometimes she just kind of goes away from the basket and a little bit off balance. So she's just coming back from an ankle injury again, and that was good to see her back on the floor.
A Taunton native, Hannah Wallace, actually has experience in under-17 level with the with the Southwest team, so she is a local girl from here. Here is Zilbetti, and here again is Wallace. Wallace finds a little bit of room inside. Anglia Ruskin giving her an open lane, and she says thank you very much.
Yeah, just on cue, on point there. Nice aggressive move to the basket from Wally.
Thompson, quick catch and shoot. And Anglia Ruskin will get a second bite of the cherry. Zaffaroni faking again, and she'll go to the foul line.
Yeah, nice pass. You know, that pass fake there, just creating a little off balance there from Arlette. We see Hannah Wallace here swoop into the basket, just open up nicely in front of her, managing to finish. Nice drive. Like to see Hannah be aggressive.
So if you've just joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, welcome everyone. Bristol Flyers leading Anglia Ruskin University 17-13 in our first WNBL live game of the season. Zaffaroni makes her free throws. And Fiona Fox checks back into the game for Arlette Palmquist-Gomez. Kate Bailey was looking again for the three, instead kicks it out to Fox. Fox off the back iron with her too. Here is Zaffaroni. Zaffaroni driving inside, finds Holm at the free throw line. And a three for Thompson is no good. Courtney Gray comes up with the loose change. And Bristol looking to break in transition, but it's 1-on-2. Wallace, who cares? She lays it in anyway. Hannah Wallace.
And that's something Mai will give you. You know, she'll got very good vision. If you're going to run the floor, she'll have that kind of long pass over the top there, and Wally got the pace to get in front of a defender and make that layup.
Inside, Courtney Gray gets in the layup.
Yeah, nice offense from Angela there. Gray cutting through.
Of course, Anglia Ruskin only playing with 7 players today, so, you know, taking their time with each offense, but at the same time, you know, as soon as Bristol get a score, they break in transition. It feels like that's their only time they can get in transition.
Yeah, you have to be efficient with your offense. You know, if you've only got 7, you've got to make them count. And running the break's a very efficient way. If you can get one player running, it gives your other players a break to play defense. So yeah, very efficient way of scoring if you can get those passes over the top.
Of course, the Flyers with 11 players at their disposal today, so no question who has the most depth. But, you know, Anglia Ruskin, as you pointed out earlier, the bigger side in terms of height. Here is Horn, back to Zaffaroni. Looks for Courtney Gray inside, and Courtney Gray will go to the foul line.
Yeah, nice pick and roll there. Gray got a good position, just looking to pass that one off and created, got fouled.
Alice Matthews into the game for the first time for the Flyers as Kate Bailey takes a seat. Alice Matthews, another decent shooter, likes that mid-range jumper. Here is Thompson, finds Zaffaroni. Zaffaroni, it was a pass I think intended for Holm, but it nearly found Mia Thompson a bit further away.
Yeah, both teams a little bit loose. We'll just see another turn.
Good defense there from Greenaway. And another turnover. This time Jepson gets the ball back. Here is Jepson still on the ball. Inside it goes, and a miss there from Fox. Annette Cook into the game for the first time as well for the Flyers, number 32. Here is Courtney Gray. Nice transition basketball by Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, Gray's doing a fantastic job of running the floor. You know, she's hungry to get out there and benefiting with another 2.
Matthews. Good pressure defense there from Greenaway. Maybe a little too enthusiastic. Referee spotted a foul in there as Emma Bailey will come back into the game. Bristol really doing a good job at rotating their subs, constantly to just try and throw Anglia Ruskin the short, the depth-wise, the shorter team out of their rhythm.
Yeah, I think that's a great tactic, from Pedro, is just keep fresh bodies coming in, just try and, wear down Anglia Ruskin, and hopefully it counts in the fourth quarter.
Jepson and Holm with another rebound. Zaffaroni driving inside, strong off the glass. I think her own momentum got the better of her there. Here is Jepson driving all the way and lays it up and in. Great move there from Layla Jepson. Great foot control and awareness of where the basket was. And Bristol pressing full court. Here is Gray, high off the glass, no good. Holm. And Greenaway will slow it down. Thompson thought about the 3. Turnover there as Emma Bailey comes up with the loose pass. And beautiful, Alice Matthews misses the layup. Greenaway to Holm. Gray driving inside. Greenaway sets her feet, puts up a three, no good. Courtney Gray comes up with the loose ball and lays it up and in.
That's certainly an area that, you know, Bristol want to concentrate on the offensive rebounds coming from Anglia, defensive rebounds for them, because Anglia have got good statistics on the offensive boards.
Anglia Ruskin out rebounding Bristol 7-4 on the offensive glass. Thompson. Here is Holm, and Holm will slow it down. Zaffaroni looking to set up the play. Here is Holm. Finds Zaffaroni, puts up a three, and that's short. Both teams struggling from downtown. Bristol just 2 for 8 from behind the arc. That's 1 for 12 now for Anglia Ruskin. Battle just by the three-point line. 5 to shoot. Here is Fox, puts up a three, and that's short. Here is Zaffaroni. 3 rebounds now for Aya Zaffaroni. Here is Mia Thompson. High arcing three is good. Finally, Mia Thompson gets one to go after 3 attempts.
Yeah, plenty of time as well to set her feet and have a good look at that. Nice stroke there, nothing but net. But yeah, it's just a matter of time. If you're going to give open looks like that, teams are going to start knocking 1 or 2 down, and in a low-scoring game, those sort of opportunities will make a big difference. Absolutely.
1:43 left in the second quarter, and you can already hear, Coach Fuentes just really laying into his team in this timeout. Of course, Anglia Ruskin have had their opportunities, and there's been a few opportunities that they've had where they've been open. They've not made their shots, but that latest one, of course, they did, and that is what Fuentes is probably alluding to in that timeout.
Yeah, I think just getting back in transition in general, Ruskin looking to push the ball. Anglia tend to have more numbers coming back as well, so that would be one thing that we want in the chat, that everyone needs to get back on transition, and you just can't afford to let shooters have wide open shots, because if they get them and they start knocking them down, then of course a bit of rhythm, and then the game can be very quickly done if a player to a catch from, particularly when it's a low scoring game. So just one player gets going, it could make a big difference.
Absolutely. Both teams shooting around 28% from the field right now. It's Anglia Ruskin with the advantage, 23-21, in a slightly higher scoring quarter than the first. Of course, it was 9-7 in favour of the Flyers after the first period, and Anglia Ruskin 16-12 better off in this second period. Here is Wallace. Annette Cook on the ball. Annette Cook driving at Holm. Too strong off the glass. Holm gets the loose ball. And a foul has been called on Annette Cook.
Yeah, both players playing quite physically there on the drive and on the defensive end. That just got the foul there. That's a second for the game.
Zatkova. Thompson to Greenaway. Lost the ball there for a minute. Gets it to Zaffaroni. Holm looking for Zaffaroni. Maybe a bit too many Bristol players there. They still keep the ball. Zatkova for three. No good. Zaffaroni again getting the loose ball. Final minutes of the second period. Zaffaroni, the floater is good.
Yeah, she's putting in a shift there, but I've got to say she looks a little tired. She's very much in the action on the offensive glass. And
absolutely.
Getting involved with the game.
6 points for Zaffaroni. Zilbetti. Inside to Annette Cook off the glass.
Got to get back in transition.
You can see, though, that Anglia Ruskin getting their players set for their offence, but Bristol recover this time. Zatkova, Greenaway. Zatkova puts up a three and knocks it down again. Teresa Zatkova from downtown. Anglia Ruskin with a 28-23 lead. Final seconds of the second period. Wallace puts up a three and nearly gets it to go. And that is the end of the first half. And Coach Jacob Lloyd just pounding his fists there. I think he's glad to see that first half over and done with. He can just get his girls to regroup and get ready for the second half of play. But they lead 28-23 at half-time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've said it's been a bit scrappy. Certainly the first quarter, I think teams certainly stepped up in the second quarter, finding their rhythm. But it's kind of they're matching each other pretty well. You know, both teams getting success in transition, looking to push the ball. But I say Anglia probably doing a better job spreading the floor spatially and getting those open three-point shots. We've not seen Bristol really get any good looks at the basket. Kate Bailey made a couple of threes, but they've been contested. They've not been open. They've been tough shots. So I'd say Anglia certainly, you know, look more composed on the offensive end in terms of spacing the floor.
Courtney Gray leading all scorers right now with 11 points and 6 rebounds for Anglia Ruskin. Kat Holm has just 2 points but has 6 rebounds to go with that stat line. She's played all 20 minutes of this first half. And for Bristol Flyers, Layla Jepson leads the way with 7 points, 3 for 6 from the field. Both teams shooting around 30%, but all to play for still in the second half. It might be very low scoring, but it's still fiercely competitive. Yeah,
it is. Both these teams go at each other, you know, every time they play, you know. So, and I think, you know, we mentioned earlier on about the substitutions from Bristol being able to kind of rotate and hopefully that paying off towards the end. As you know, we've seen some of the Anglia players looking a little bit tired as they're playing, you know, most of the minutes. So, you know, I think they'll be looking for a big fourth quarter from the Flyers.
Absolutely. And so it's half time here in Bristol at the Weiss Arena, and the Bristol Flyers trail Anglia Ruskin University 23-28. We'll be back in around 7 to 8 minutes' time. Ready to go when you are. And welcome back to Bristol for our WNBL live encounter between the Bristol Flyers and Anglia Ruskin University. At the moment, Anglia Ruskin with a 28-23 lead going into the second half. Good afternoon, good evening nearly, everybody. John Hobbs alongside former Bristol Flyers head coach Gareth Till. And Gareth, we've been looking at the stats, pondering what needs to be done, speaking to Jacob Lloyd at the half. He feels that his team has done a good job of controlling the offense, especially with 7 players. He wants to see the team go into the high post a bit more, because that's where he feels the greater success is. Do you feel that's an accurate comment?
Yeah, I do. I think they have been more controlled on the offensive end, and obviously he knows his team, he knows the system he's trying to run, and creating a bit of space, trying to get Cat maybe in the high post just to free up things on the baseline and the wings. They are getting success, spreading the floor and getting those open looks. They're only shooting 20% from the 3-point line, so that could go either way, really. If a player sort of, gets going, then that could change and just open up a little bit. So, yeah, I would say that they're probably deserved for the win, for the half, sorry. And
at the other end of head coach Pedro Vega Fuentes, just wanting a bit more stability offensively with his team. Not shooting the ball very well, 2 for 10 from downtown, but they found success going inside. Yeah,
it always seems that it just seems, in terms of spacing and just moving the ball a little bit, they run a lot of pick and roll action rather than sort of just moving and maybe getting defenders to shift a little bit and looking for those outside shots. So a lot of it's coming from the point guard action with a pick and roll and looking to get kind of drives and scores off of that. So, that's the different style of coaching, really, of what your system you want to play. So I think both teams have had success getting the ball and breaking, on the fast break there. So I think transition defense for both teams will be something that they'd probably want to look at as well. But I do believe Bristol do look to press early after the score and have been caught a couple of times over the top.
So our second NBL Live fixture of the season. Of course, our first game was further south on the coast in Worthing, as the Worthing Thunder played Essex Rebels. Our first WNBL Live game here this season. Of course, our next game will be in November, when we will be at the Worcester Arena, when the Worcester Wolves face off against Ipswich Basketball Club. And don't forget, our big thank you to our sponsors for today's game and for NBL Live this season: Wilson, SportServe, Dynamic, Sport England and Sure Shot. And it'd be great to be joined at the Worcester-Ipswich game by Gloucester City Queens player Emma Batista, who of course played last season at Worcester. It'd be great to have her on board back in Worcester in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, and what a story that's been out of nowhere, really, for Gloucester, and Jay obviously taking the reins up there. So it'll be interesting to see how that all develops.
Here is Wallace. Katrin Hall nearly got the ball there, and the ball will stay with the Flyers. Wallace inside, overhaul, beautifully done by Hannah Wallace.
Yeah, nice set play there from the sideline, working to perfection. Yeah, Hannah Wallace having herself a game today, playing really well coming off that injury.
6 points now for Hannah Wallace, 2 for 5 or 3 for 5 from the field. Zatkova off with her 3, and Wallace with the rebound. Bailey. Wallace again. Jepson, who at the moment leads the team with 7 points, and her 3 is no good. Holm rebounds. There's Katrin Holm's 7th rebound of the game. Zaffaroni. Zatkova. Almost thinking about the 3 there. Here is Holm. 7 to shoot. And Kat Holm's pass goes out of bounds. It will be a Bristol ball. Courtney Gray on the screen there, couldn't hang on to it. Here is Wallace driving inside, going all the way and banks it home. 4 quick points for Hannah Wallace.
Yeah, carrying on that good form, how they're getting some good success. Those lanes just seem to be opening up for her. There's no challenges, no contest, and she's finishing well around the bucket.
Zaffaroni with the floater, too strong. Holm puts up a 3, and it's in and out. Zaffaroni, though, battling for the board and gets it back. Zatkova looking for the screen from Holm. Zaffaroni in the corner puts up a 3, and that's no good. And Palmquist with the rebound. Again, a solid start to a quarter from Bristol, though, especially from this player, Hannah Wallace. And Zatkova standing her ground. 6 to shoot. Wallace, they've got to put up something. And a 3 off the back iron from Jepson. As Coach Fuentes just giving some instruction there to Wallace. It was a bit of a broken offense in the end.
Yeah, she was sort of looking to drive and then just got a little bit caught there and probably just a little bit too far out, you know, to try and hit that shot. She was kind of found herself not knowing what to do there and sort of passed it off to Layla Jepson with a couple of seconds left on and had no choice but to have a heave from beyond the arc.
Zatkova, Annette Cook into the game for the Flyers. Here is Fox, and here is Cook inside, and too strong off the glass. She'll get the ball back. No, she won't. Bailey. Here is Cook. 5 to shoot. Blocked from Holm off the layup from Bailey. Zatkova. Greenaway. Back to Holm at the other end. Blocked at the other end by Wallace.
Hannah Wallace doing it at both ends of the floor, looking to go all the way.
And she'll slow it down. It was just her up court. Jepson finds Fox. Bailey for 3. And a big rebound by Jepson. And her pass finds Fox just about. 6 to shoot. Cook. And Jepson's long or short 2 is no good, and it'll be an Anglia Ruskin ball. You sense that the offense was nearly there. It was just the end product was needed.
Yeah, just a little bit of panic set in there and just miscommunication. The ball was thrown away, but it was, you know, good hustle down at the end. But yeah, just these little turnovers that, well, for both teams really, keeping it quite close. Right on cue there.
Another turnover for Anglia Ruskin. Here is Hannah Wallace, who's seen so much of the offense here for the Flyers, and Bristol will keep possession. As Mia Thompson prepares to check in for Anglia Ruskin, and Isla Zaffaroni will take a seat. Kat Holm, the only player for Anglia Ruskin that has seen the full game time thus far. Anglia Ruskin getting the ball back.
Yeah, it looks like one of the Anglia Ruskin players has not even got on the floor yet, so they're actually, you know, going with 6 by the looks of it.
Thompson finds Holm. Zatkova herself played all 40 minutes against Worcester last week. Holm, nice dish off inside to Courtney Gray. Beautifully done, and Courtney Gray now on 13.
Yeah, good strong move there again. Holm, you know, demanding that double team and just finding the player in space for that basket underneath the basket.
And even though she's not contributing to the points too much, Kat Holm, she is contributing in other areas. It has 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Wallace. Good defense there from Zatkova. Off the glass is good. I think that was from Emma Bailey.
I think you're right, yeah.
Almost like a volleyball pat there as she went up as the shot clock was going off. Here is Holm inside to Zatkova. Courtney Gray again. No good with her layup attempt. And here is Bailey as Bristol slow it down. Wallace. Fox looking for options, finds it in Bailey. Bailey lost the handle there.
Yeah, nice idea though, off that backdoor cut.
Jepson is fouled. And it's on the floor just before that floater went up as Zaffaroni will check into the game again. I think that'll be Greenaway taking a seat. It is. Almost walking with a bit of a grimace there, Lisa Greenaway. I don't know if she came off at the wrong end of that play on the replay.
A little bit gingerly walking off there. As I said, though, just rotating with 6 players as well. So a lot of court time for these players being shared out just between the 6.
And so far, only Kayla Goldsmith and Chloe Hynett have not seen minutes for the Flyers. Everyone else seeing minutes consistently as Annette Cook with the layup.
And that gives Flyers a 1-point lead.
And especially trailing for the majority of that second quarter. Bristol getting back into it, and as you say, now have a 31-30 lead as we go over the halfway point at the third period. Here is Kate Bailey. Annette Cook looking for options, finds it in Emma Bailey. Emma Bailey going around the screen, finds Annette Cook. A long 2 or a 3-pointer, that's good for Annette Cook. The referees were thinking about that, but it is adjudged a 3-pointer, and Anglia Ruskin call a timeout. Bristol lead 34-30 with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, a nice little spell from Annette Cook as well, who rejoined the club this season. So nice to see her getting in on the action there. Nice 3-pointer as well. And
absolutely, and it was a clear 3-pointer as well, just looking at that replay. The referees were a bit unsure whether it was, but no doubt about it from that replay.
Perfect. So yeah, Flyers up by 4 after trailing at the half. So very solid third quarter from Bristol. And yeah, Anglia, my concern would be is that the length of the game this continues, it's not going to play into their favour if Flyers can keep that energy levels up and keep pushing and pushing and playing tough on defence. It could very well play into their hands. Absolutely.
And for Anglia Ruskin, only 7 players deep, as you mentioned, running really with only 6 players today. They haven't scored any fast break points, no bench points. Their biggest lead of the game has been 5. It's been a very tightly contested game thus far. Courtney Gray leading the way with 13 points, and Zaffaroni has 6 alongside Teresa Zatkova. But for Kat Horn, do you feel this could be her time to shine now?
It could be, but she's played, I think, most of the game so far. So it's not going to get any easier to have that spark, that energy. It's like you can come off the bench and have a rest and then bring the energy. So she's going to have to dig deep. Certainly got the talent to do that, but does she have sort of fuel in the tank to get it done?
And a backcourt violation. Zaffaroni with a wayward pass, and Horn was trying to recover it, but just about went over the timeline. So a backcourt violation, as you see Jacob Lloyd just having a chat with his assistant. 3:44 remaining in the third. Zilbetti, pull-up mid-range jumper is good. And the Flyers have stretched their lead out to 6. That's their biggest lead of the game as well. Zaffaroni. And here come the Flyers once more. Bailey. Back to the other Bailey. The 2 Baileys just passing the ball around a bit. Here is Annette Cook. Kate Bailey finds Zilbetti for 3, and that's off the mark. On the follow, though, Fiona Fox, and Kat Horn with the rebound.
Yeah, just not dropping for Fiona today. She's had a few good looks around the basket.
Zatkova driving inside. The floater, no good. Kate Bailey rebounds. Kate Bailey's first rebound to go with 6 points. Both of them 3-pointers in the second quarter. Fox. Here is Kate Bailey for 3, and that's short. And here come Anglia Ruskin. Zaffaroni, though, it's 1-on-2. Zaffaroni going all the way, and she's going to go to the foul line. And where Anglia Ruskin have been struggling from the field, getting their points at the foul line not exactly a bad idea at this rate.
Absolutely. For any team that's sort of struggling for field goals, just try and get to the basket, make things happen, try and get yourself a foul, get to the free throw line, and importantly as well, it gives your teammates a bit of a rest as well.
Absolutely.
At the free throw line here as well, which is obviously going to be quite important when you're going with 6. Well, you've run 6 players so far, so a little breather will be most welcome.
And Zaffaroni knocks down the free throw. Anglia Ruskin now 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. And that's their first miss of the game, as Chloe Hynett prepares to check in for the first time for the Flyers, number 24. And Kate Bailey will take a seat. And good defense there from Zaffaroni. And just about getting it over the timeline was Zilbetti, and ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle defense there, though, from Zaffaroni.
Yeah, digging deep there to play some good defense.
Zilbetti. 8 to shoot. And the floater is good for Maya Zilbetti.
And she's been such a good scorer for Bristol over the years as well. My excellent shooter, excellent ball handling skills.
2 for 9, though, from the field today. Good defense, though, again from Zilbetti, and an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Zaffaroni. So a good spell there from Zilbetti. She's going to go to the foul line now.
Yeah, and she's the one player, from coaching Maya as well, that can really turn it on and put points in a hurry as well. If she's confidence is going, she's certainly got the skill set to score in many different ways.
Just short with the free throw. Zilbetti now with 4 points, 2 for 9 from the field. And splits her free throws, Maya Zilbetti. And Bristol will keep possession. It was an unsportsmanlike foul on Zaffaroni. And that is her second foul of the game. 1:44 remaining in the third period. And Bristol have their biggest lead of the game at 8. Jepson, scoop, layup is no good. Holm comes up with it. Thompson. Zatkova back to Thompson. Zaffaroni driving inside, finds a bit of room. Courtney Gray partially blocked from Jepson. I think a foul has been called there. The referee thought that was a bit too much contact. Layla Jepson disagrees, but Courtney Gray going to the foul line.
Yeah, look from this angle, looked like a good foul. We're just seeing the replay here.
Zaffaroni with a bit of space to find Courtney Gray, and you can just see, I think, the hand hitting the wrist there as the layup was coming up.
Yeah, it hit the left hand whilst we're going up. So, Courtney Gray doing a good job actually protecting the basketball and looking for that bit of contact.
.1:15 remaining in the third, and the Flyers lead 39 to 33. Jepson. Nearly stolen. In fact, it was stolen by Zaffaroni. Zatkova. And her pass just a little too much fizz for Courtney Gray, and it'll go out of bounds.
You kind of feel that this game will go to the team with the fewest turnovers in the end. We've seen turnover after turnover, really key points of the game. Have to keep that concentration and try and get a shot out of every offense.
Anglia Ruskin with 18 turnovers to Bristol's 8. Final 40 seconds of the third. Zilbetti for 3. And Gray with the rebound. Courtney Gray now flirting with a double-double, has 15 points and 9 rebounds. And a whistle has gone as Hannah Wallace prepares to check in.
Foul Cook on Annette Cook.
As Coach Fuentes just barking instruction there at Emma Bailey as she checks back in to the game. As Zilbetti's very impressive spell in this third quarter comes to an end, she takes a seat. Zatkova looking for Holm. Holm, beautiful pass to Gray and a foul. Great link-up play from Kat Holm to find Courtney Gray, and she'll go to the line for the extra one.
Yeah, they got a really nice partnership and understanding between the two players there. We sort of said at the half, they're looking for that high post play there, and it's exactly what happened. Got the ball in the high post at Holm, and Gray cutting off, going strong and getting the contact and finishing well.
Great pass there from Holm, as you see on the replay, to find Courtney Gray, as Anglia Ruskin have narrowed the gap to 4 with 13.4 seconds remaining, and Anglia Ruskin get the ball back as well. I think there was a foul in there as on the replay. Thompson driving. Zaffaroni wide open. That would have been a huge three. Courtney Gray comes up with it. Holm misses the 2. Final seconds of this third quarter, and Layla Jepson will just dribble it out. And a good end to the third period from Anglia Ruskin, but it's the Bristol Flyers who lead after 3, 39-35 in a low-scoring game, but very competitive and very physical.
Yeah, Flyers came out really strong after the break. Yeah, Anglia having a good spell in the last couple of minutes. Really trying to play to their strengths, you know, shooting the ball, getting the rebounds. Well, that's going to be really important for Bristol to try and manage the defensive rebounds, because Ruskin will get shots, and if they're getting putbacks and second opportunities, that's really going to hurt the Bristol Flyers. So yeah, nicely poised game, and you know, we said about the beginning of the game, running with 6 players, how this is going to tell in this fourth quarter. Can Bristol, make them pay? Can they stretch them out? Will be the question I'll be wanting answers to in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely. So while we're just looking at the highlights of this third quarter, and just some other WNBL Division 1 scores to bring you. Loughborough Riders getting a 46-33 win over the Reading Rockets. Solent Kestrels getting a big win against Nottingham Trent University, 91-62. Nottingham Trent still winless this season, and Thames Valley Cavaliers coming up with a 64-55 win over the Worcester Wolves. Of course, tomorrow will be the City of London Academy taking on Ipswich in the playoff final rematch. That should be an exciting game, no doubt, in the capital. And in the Welsh capital, the Cardiff Met Archers second team will play the London Lions second team in what will be a fantastic day of basketball in the capital of Wales, as the women's WBBL team will take on the London Lions. So a Cardiff-London doubleheader in the Welsh capital tomorrow. And NBL scores: Leicester Warriors and Thames Valley Cavaliers. Cavaliers coming up 95-64 victors there, and Barking Abbey London Lions 76-69 winners over the winless Essex Rebels, and Team Newcastle coming up 100-68 victors over the Oaklands Wolves. Here is Zaffaroni. Holm, body's on the floor here, and Holm has stayed down.
Yeah, good to see her getting to her feet.
Absolutely,
there as well.
Yeah. Such a warrior. Kat Holm has not sat down at all in this game, so a real Herculean-esque effort from Kat Holm here today. And here is Holm at the foul line, short with her 2. Again, loose ball, body's on the floor. Zaffaroni comes up with it. 3 from Zatkova is no good. Anglia Ruskin nearly got it a third time, but Mia Thompson couldn't hang on to it. Here is Heineck. Inside to Palmquist, inside, too strong with her attempt. Here is Zatkova. Holm putting the moves on Jepson. And Hannah Wallace with the loose ball. Despite having 7 players, Anglia Ruskin are pushing the ball, are pressuring, the ball handler. Hynett. Hynett looking for the ball back and gets it. Palmquist, mid-range jumper off the glass, and that's too strong again. Zaffaroni finds Zatkova. Beautiful basketball from Anglia Ruskin and a finish from Courtney Gray.
Yeah, lovely. We've seen it a few times now, getting on the break. A couple of players hungry to get out. And yeah, if you're struggling to score in that half-court game, just getting out on the break, putting that energy in there.
Palmquist inside, and Holm with the rebound.
Certainly from a Bristol point of view, I'd really like to see them kind of, use the shot clock a little bit, make Anglia Ruskin play a bit more defense. The last couple of offenses, it's been 1 or 2 passes.
Zatkova. Cross-court pass to Zaffaroni in the corner. Courtney Gray with the rebound. That's Courtney Gray's double-double, as well as Holm is long with her 2-point attempt. And here is Hynett just slowing it down. Back to Wallace. Wallace going inside. Wallace off the glass, no good. It was thinking about it for a second, but it bobbled out. Gray. Zatkova, Zaffaroni. Anglia Ruskin spreading the ball around nicely. Holm, a cross-court pass to Zatkova. And Holm with a big rebound again. And the ball goes out of bounds. A bit of a miscommunication there as Mia Thompson left the ball, but it was intended for her.
Yeah, and Bristol, I felt, got away with another one there as well. The amount of offensive rebounds Anglia are getting here, the second chances. If Bristol are going to win this game, they're really going to have to do a better job on the boards and just limit the offense to one shot.
Absolutely. Well, Courtney Gray has a double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds thus far, and Kat Holm shooting 1 for 9 from the field for 2 points, but she has 13 rebounds and 3 assists to her name, so she's contributing very well in other statistics. Here is Wallace. Wallace, I think, was fouled by Zaffaroni. Zaffaroni nodding her head and agreeing with that one.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a player acknowledge it.
She knew.
You know, there are some times where it's like 50-50. Oh, no, not me, ref. But that was a, yep. That was a definite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma Bailey. Wallace puts up a 3. And on the rebound, on the follow, Emma Bailey picking up the loose pieces.
And that's a big basket as well from Emma. Being hungry on that offensive end. Something we haven't really seen Bristol do, get on the offensive glass themselves.
Zatkova, great defense from the Flyers around the perimeter. Holm couldn't hang on to it. Here comes Bristol again, leading 41-37. Fox, or excuse me, that's Zilbetti. Jepson for 3. And rebounded by Gray. That's her 12th rebound. Zatkova. Holm driving inside, lays it up and in. Kat Holm with her 2nd field goal and a big bucket for Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, huge bucket there, very capable of doing that. Strong move to the basket. Flyers with a 2-point lead, just under 6 minutes left.
Zilbetti putting the moves on Zaffaroni. Inside to Wallace. Wallace banks it home over Zatkova.
Good response from Hannah. Really been a standout player for me for the Flyers this game.
Absolutely. Here is Zatkova. And another turnover for Anglia Ruskin. Here come the Flyers once more. As Emma Bailey just lost the handle and will reset.
And just off screen, we've got Courtney Gray down, I think, with a twisted ankle.
Kat Holm with a big block, but the ball goes out of bounds, and Courtney Gray comes back up, but very gingerly. And that's something that, Coach Lloyd will not want to see, as Mia Thompson will check back in for Anglia Ruskin. Courtney Gray will take a seat. And you can see, just walking a little gingerly there. As you see Jacob Lloyd just having a quick chat with Courtney Gray as she takes a seat.
Yeah, that'd be a bit of bad news, really, for Anglia. Courtney Gray having a great game here in Bristol, but they'll certainly want to get back on court if possible.
Absolutely. Still 5 minutes left in this game as well. Greenaway. Kat Holm lost the ball. And here comes the Flyers once more. Zilbetti finds Jepson, who will slow it down. Probably to Anglia Ruskin's relief as well. Jepson. 5 to shoot. Jepson inside. Misses the layup. And here is Greenaway.
Yeah, Bristol showed a bit more patience on the offense. That was a good look, but those are the ones that are important to put away those layup opportunities.
Holm inside, kicks it out. Zaffaroni in the corner. That's way off. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay an Anglia Ruskin ball. It was tapped out by Layla Jepson. As you can see, Courtney Gray just trying to put some pressure on there. Just a few light exercises to get that ankle back and going again.
Yeah, try and avoid any swelling if you can. Try and get that down if you want to get back on. You normally know if it's a bad one, you know, it's...
And a shot clock violation. Anglia Ruskin weren't even aware that the shot clock was winding down. Zatkova was unaware, and Bristol get the ball back. 3:54 remaining, still closely fought here. Gap is 4. Bailey. Emma Bailey driving, kicking it out. Bucket is good for Zilbetti. Timeout, Jacob Lloyd.
Yeah, and that's a play you don't want to leave wide open, and particularly in, you know, moments like this when the game's on the line, there's probably no better shooter from Bristol that you don't want to have the ball to get a good look at the basket. Maya very capable of knocking that shot down and giving her that time and space. She will hurt you.
Absolutely, and you know, Bristol still searching for their first win of the season. As you see, Zilbetti's long jumper good to go, and you know, 4 games, 0-4, but Bristol really good value right now for their lead as they aim for their first win of the season.
Yeah, and of course that will be playing on your mind as well. You know, when you're on a run, you know, you don't even think about these things, but I'm sure it'll be going through the coach's mind right now that, you know, it's been a difficult start. We're in position here, you know, we've got a player from the opposition team who's got an injury as well, who's been hurting us quite severely, so everything's kind of going in your favour. Now you just have to look after the ball and you know, don't do anything silly and just kind of play the game to your speed at the moment. You know, we've had rotations. Ruskin are going to be tired now. They've played, you know, a lot of players have played good minutes. So it's all in your hands now. It's just how you're going to control the game for this little 3 minutes 37 seconds that are left.
Absolutely. You know, we've been talking about various turnovers in this game. Bristol only 9 turnovers here today. Anglia Ruskin with 25. You know, it's slightly uncharacteristic, but given the fact they have 7 players, it's kind of understandable at the same time. Yeah,
and there's going to be key moments right now coming up with tired players. You know, every offense is going to count.
Greenaway for 3. As you can see, Anglia Ruskin just getting a little tired, especially with their 3-point attempts. Maybe it's best to go inside in these final 3 minutes. Hannah Wallace. Bristol slowing the play down as we enter 3 minutes left. Cook putting the moves on Holm. Holm stands her ground. Kate Bailey with 2 to shoot. And a shot clock violation. Great defense from Anglia Ruskin as they get the ball back.
Yeah, no, wouldn't mind that so much. You know, when you're up a little bit, 24 shot clock violations, you know, you might take that just to take a bit of time out of the clock.
Zatkova short with her layup attempt.
Yeah, just said about Anglia Ruskin playing defense for 24 seconds. I think they've done that enough. So, you know, particularly when you're tired, you know, that movement on defense, looking for those opportunities.
Bristol have outscored Anglia Ruskin with points in the paint, 26-20. Both teams struggling from the 3-point line. Hannah Wallace short with her layup attempt. Here is Zaffaroni pushing the ball for Anglia Ruskin. Zatkova, Greenaway, Holm inside, layup no good, but she's going to go to the foul line. What a shift Kat Holm has put in today. Struggling from the field, but we have mentioned contributing in other aspects of the stat sheet as we see Courtney Gray is about to check in. That's great news for Anglia Ruskin fans and for Jacob Lloyd as Mia Thompson comes in.
Yeah, good to have that boost from an Anglia Ruskin point of view, to have a very, very strong performance in this game as well. To have them back on is good from the Ruskin side.
As you can see, Kat Holm going to the hoop, and as said, struggled from the field, but is contributing in other aspects. A fantastic shift she has put in today. 4 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 assists and 2 blocks. Yeah,
I mean, your kind of lead players, your key players, they understand they're winners. They know what needs to be done. If it's not happening offensively for you, then get your teammates involved, get rebounds, make assists. All those contributing factors, and she's been there, done it. She's been the top scorer, but whatever needs to be done will be done for her to win the game.
Absolutely. Courtney Gray leading the way with 19 points, actually leading all scorers in this game for Anglia Ruskin, shooting 50% from the field. She has 12 rebounds to go with those 19 points. Hannah Wallace leading the way with 10 points for the Flyers. Bristol, they spread their points out very nicely. No one was in double figures in their loss last week against the Rockets. Hannah Wallace now in double figures today. But they share the ball very well. Last week they had 15 assists, and today they've only had 6. So, the numbers are down, but still they've been sharing the ball quite well. Yeah,
they have been sharing the ball well. I guess it'd be nice to have, we have the opportunity to have a player that can get into 20s as well, to have some focus to open up players. But you are very much reliant on your offense then. If there's no one player that is a 20-point scorer, then you have to rely on good team offense and spread the load.
Of course, all season long thus far, it's only their 4th game, but Kat Holm has played 35 minutes plus this season. She's on course for playing all 40 today. Kate Bailey. As we enter the final 2 minutes here. Great defense from Zaffaroni. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay a Bristol ball. 8 on the shot clock. As we enter the final 2 minutes here in Bristol.
Yeah, Zaffaroni there looking to get that steal there. Still playing really tough defense.
5 to shoot. Emma Bailey on the ball. With a scoop layup is too strong. Holm rebounds. Now is the chance for Anglia Ruskin to break. Zaffaroni driving baseline. It's a tired pass though. It finds Bailey. Here is Kate Bailey. 90 seconds left. Wallace. Stolen by Holm. And Anglia Ruskin can come up again. Zatkova inside to Holm, and Holm is fouled on the floor. That basket will not count. No matter how much Coach Jacob Lloyd wants it to count, it will not count.
And that's actually a good foul as well, I think, on the floor. Getting Holm there, she won't go to the free throw line. Oh,
in fact, it wasn't even a steal from Holm on the replay. I think Hannah Wallace just lost the ball, but the foul was on the floor. So
it should be end line.
Absolutely, and Bristol still, both teams still not in the penalty. But Anglia Ruskin with just 1 team foul in this quarter. That's Bristol's 3rd team foul. Here is Holm. Nice pass to Gray inside. Gray with the floater is too short. Good play there from Courtney Gray, getting the ball and then knocking it off a Bristol player. It goes out of bounds. It will stay an Anglia Ruskin ball. As Kate Bailey takes a seat and Maya Zelbetti back into the game. Zatkova finds Gray. Gray inside to Holm. Hall's 2 not good, is no good. And a foul. Zaffaroni with the foul. And that's 2 team fouls for Anglia Ruskin. That's Zaffaroni's 4th foul.
Yeah, they've got a bit of a dilemma now. They're still a little away from the penalty, so they might have to foul, but Zaffaroni doesn't want the foul on her. She doesn't really want to foul out.
Jepson, no good with her attempt. Fiona Fox with the offensive rebound. Jepson, final 30 seconds. Inside it goes, layup is good. And a timeout has been called. That was Emma Bailey with the floater. And it's Jacob Lloyd. Jacob Lloyd did call the timeout when the basket went in. Anglia Ruskin played on anyway.
I think both were looking for a timeout, though. We weren't sure whose timeout it is as well. But
Coach Fuertes was signalling thanks for the timeout.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, that was an important play, though. That last bucket from Flyers, probably one of the most composed plays they had of the game there. You know, moving the ball around, looking for opportunities, gave up shots, and got two at the end there, wasting the, getting out the shot clock. So that was really important. There as well, and just 30 seconds left.
And you feel as you see, well, we're just about to see the replay, it's frozen a little bit. There we go, we've got it now. That might be the dagger basket as well. Bristol now lead by 8 with 31.7 remaining. Yeah,
we've seen some strange things down here in this court over the years, that's for sure. Certainly in the BBL, we've seen some crazy finishes, so never count on anything. 8 points when you've got capable shooters, able to get hot pretty quickly, so it can be done. Bristol just need to make sure they've got good composure, no turnovers, no quick baskets.
So it's been a very physical but fiercely competitive game here in Bristol today. The short-handed Anglia Ruskin University trailing by 8 against the winless Bristol Flyers, but after this is their 5th game, they might chalk up their first win of the season with a lot of time left. Zaffaroni puts up a 3, knocks down a 3. Zaffaroni from downtown. A little bit of pressure on the Flyers now. And a foul, that's Zaffaroni fouled out.
Yeah, that's important as well after hitting that 3.
Absolutely.
I don't know if she's aware that she's fouled out. No, she's not.
And now she's aware Zaffaroni fouls out of the game.
Just a smile on her face. Yeah.
Didn't even realise that she'd fouled out, but now she does. Big smile on her face.
I've not seen that very often where a player fouls it. Normally it's like, oh, it's not 5 on me, it's only 4, all this, but just like a smile, okay. And she's put in a really good shift, actually. And that
Absolutely.
was a big shot just a second ago as well to draw back this deficit.
A player who always sees the positive side of things. She had to pay for the parking earlier as well, did Zaffaroni, but she did it with a huge smile on her face as she struggled to remember what her car registration was. Either way you look at it, 23.1 seconds remaining. The Flyers lead 48-43, and for now, this could be a stage where we'll see a lot of fouls, a lot of trips to the foul line being made. Anglia Ruskin are not going to give this one up without a fight, but Bristol more than happy to score their remaining points from the foul line.
Yeah, definitely. An important thing here is just not to turn the ball over. You'd rather have a 5-second call or something like that. Just don't get caught with fast breaks and easy points. Protect the basket, try and get the ball in. You know what's going to happen. Look after the ball.
Time on Bristol's side. Here is Emma Bailey. They've passed the ball around really nicely here, so they don't commit a foul. Now they do. And Courtney Gray fouls Layla Jepson.
Yeah, and Coach Pedro there saying, grabbing around the waist, not really a basketball action.
Well, we have seen them called as unsportsmanlike, for definite over the seasons. As Kat Holmes steals it off Fiona Fox. It is desperation time, though, for Anglia Ruskin. Kat Holm way off with a 3-point attempt with 5.8 remaining, and that really should do it. But Anglia Ruskin still committing the fouls and making Bristol work hard for their win here.
And just a second ago, just had the in-ball in front of us again. You'd rather have a 5-second call. Anglia Ruskin stole the ball and they had an opportunity to hit the 3, so you just want to get back and play defense if you're in that sort of struggling position. Just don't give the ball away for a turnover.
You see there, Coach Fuentes and Fiona Fox just going over the last offense there. Of course, Fiona Fox turning over the ball on the inbound as Zelbetti makes the free throw, and that you really have to say is that Bristol, after 5 games, get their first win in their first season back following the COVID pandemic, as Zatkova misses the 3, and the Bristol Flyers, in a very low-scoring game, scrappy at times and very, very physical, come up with a 49-43 win over Anglia Ruskin University. Emma Bailey and Hannah Wallace leading the way with 10 points each for Bristol. For Anglia Ruskin University, Courtney Gray leading all scorers with 19 points, 12 rebounds. Kat Horn with 16 boards to go with 5 points. And Isla Zaffaroni, before fouling out, with 10 points. Just a final word from you. A deserved victory for Bristol at the 5th time of asking, but they'll be really happy to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted, and we know that the pedigree that Anglia Ruskin have got as well, so that is a big win for us. Did a great job, I thought, defensively on Hulme as well, who, you know, has been lighting up this season. So to reduce her to 5 points, even though she contributed in other ways, that had a big factor on this game, I believe. And at the end, when it was crucial, they managed to look after the ball for the majority of the time, got some good shots, and just edged away from this Ruskins team.
And that wraps up our WNBL live coverage here in Bristol. The next time we will be on your screen will be on November the 13th, when the Worcester Wolves take on Ipswich in WNBL Division 1 action. I'm John Hobbs, alongside Gareth Till. Good night, everybody.